and we will check it. All right. Let's put it live. We'll check your volume and everything.
Right. Pull up the board.
I'll pick some guys.
Let's get rid of all that. Do we want to start with NFL or start with March?
Let's start with NFL, just because it's today.
Okay. Anything else other than those two guys?
No, but I'm looking at the free agent tracker in 1 second to see if we anything else that we missed.
Peters.
Let me hear your volume.
Is that St. Peter's spread or just in general?
No, but I'm looking at the free agent tracker in 1 second. Sorry, I'm trying to listen to yourself on the thing.
Okay.
All right, you sound fine. The
Sweet.
No, I'm just taking them straight up. I gotta ride it out.
Yeah. I don't know whether I want to pick Texas Tech. I don't want to jinx it.
What are you gonna pick?
I hate that it's Big Cat's game of the year. I hate that so much.
It ruins everything.
I saw that. I was like, are you kidding me, dude?
It ruins
I
everything.
do not want to be on the same team as you.
Here, I'll be right back, and then we can get started.
All right.
Ugh. All right. I'm ready when you are.
Yeah.
You're taking Providence. Gay.
Mm-hmm. Love Providence.
Screw Providence.
Why?
Cause fuck Providence.
What? Did you not get in or something?
No, I just want Kansas. That's why.
Oh, oh, just for your bracket?
Yeah, and I think they're better.
Oh, who's in first now? Computer's so loud. Let me close this thing for a second.
All right.
I guess my fan is going crazy.
Wait, what are you doing? You're just closing their laptop. All right. Sorry. If anyone's here right now, we're getting started in a minute. We are waiting on Chris. His computer fan started blowing up. We haven't started yet, so you haven't missed anything. And you're probably gone, but whatever.
All right.
You ready?
All set.
All right. Sweet. Let's get started then. All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, 3, 2. Actually, wait. Let me get this. Sorry. Let me post that we're live. And then I will be good. All right, now I'm ready. Ready and you good still?
Mm-hmm.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Hello and welcome to the Wise Guys podcast. I'm your host, Brady Fitzgerald, joined as always by my co-host, Chris Hagan.
Doing.
Chris, Fortnite no longer has building. What are your thoughts?
I saw that, and I'm ready to get into it.
I played a little bit today. It was pretty fun. Not gonna lie, it was pretty
Different?
fun. Yeah, it was different.
What's the competition like?
There's still a lot of bots in the game, so I was kind of facing a lot of bots because I'm a lower level. But once, I don't know, I kind of liked the building. I kind of thought it was, even though I wasn't good at it, I would use it to escape and stuff. But now it's just, I don't know, it's more like Warzone stuff, I guess. But it was fun. I enjoyed it.
I was never good at it either, but it's what made it unique, kind of.
Yeah.
You know, from other battle royale games, I guess.
Yeah, now
the problem is when I would get down in the last couple people, and it just turns into a building war, and I would be screwed every time.
Yeah, that's how I was, and I'm the same way. I can't I don't really know how to build fast or anything, but when you still have the pickaxe and it's all still there, it just feels weird without having it a part of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. End of an era.
It looks like they're bringing it back. In the game, it's
okay.
For some reason building is messed up or whatever. So there's and when you press B, it says you can't build right now. So I'm sure they'll add it back eventually. But
okay.
Depends. If this thing kicks off, it could be the new trend. But
couple of wise streams at some point.
Could be, yeah. Could a couple of live streams. So, hopping on the trend, just like the trend of this NFL free agency, another big move has happened again. And the Miami Dolphins traded this morning for the Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver Tyreek Hill. Chris, I think you're frozen. Damn. Chris?
My home Wi-Fi, for some reason, is worse than my school Wi-Fi.
Every time.
Literally every time.
So,
I don't know what to do.
All right, well, you saw the trade this morning. We can hear you right now. What are your thoughts?
I mean, I don't know why Kansas City needed to do it. What was the issue there? I guess it was money, but I thought that they were prepared to make him the highest paid receiver in the NFL. I don't know where they hit a snag where he was yeah, I'd rather go play for the Jets or the Dolphins than play with Mahomes.
And why did the trade have to happen, even if you couldn't work with him? Why, this has become, my thoughts, this has become a league where, just like the NBA, it's going to be a player-empowered league. And Tyreek Hill wants his contract. He wants it now. He doesn't want to wait a year. It's weird. I mean, as you said, they should have been prepared no matter what for this contract coming up. So clearly, I guess they just weren't prepared enough. They saw that they couldn't put big money $30 million a year is a lot for a wide receiver, especially when you're paying Mahomes however much money he's making a year. So I guess they saw that and they thought, try to get a haul while we still can. And they got 5 picks from it, so.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't get like the short end of the stick or anything, but he is their second best player, third best player at worst. And it's just a lesson of like extend your guys as quickly as you can.
Yes.
Because then this is the kind of money that they're going to be seeking.
This is
If
the
they
kind
would
of
have
money
extended him a year or two ago, they wouldn't be in this spot.
And it's shitty teams like the Jaguars who ruin the market and pay Christian Kirk all that money. So then all of a sudden, Devontae Adams wants the big bag, and Tyreek Hill wants the big bag. And if they're seeing this scrub like Christian Kirk get that type of money, they want double it.
Yeah, and like all the power to him.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was in that spot, I'd be saying the same thing. I mean, it's with quarterbacks too. Like, look at guys like Cousins getting as much as he does, and then Mahomes can say, well, I've actually won things, and I'm way more talented, maybe more than him.
Now we're talking about that. Last episode we talked about Watson because it broke on our pod, but that was, we didn't know what the compensation was. We were scrambling around. It was live. Now that I'm looking back on it and thinking about it, they had $240 million, all completely guaranteed. How is Mahomes going to walk into his next contract? Or his next restructure? Or his next Justin Herbert, Lamar Jackson. Like, if Watson's getting this much money, how much is Lamar going to have to make on his next extension?
And to have every penny guaranteed is insanity. I've never seen that.
Never seen it. Not in football.
Contract this big, especially. Every dollar guaranteed.
It's nuts.
That is a serious
completely
risk
changes
to take.
It changes the landscape. And if that guy, what they got to think about is what if that guy gets arrested? He still has 22 civil courses against him. Yeah. So I don't know what the Browns are doing with making that contract. And that is why the Panthers weren't involved in it. And you look at it and maybe it was a good idea. You're not getting the best one of the best quarterbacks in the league, but you're also not paying him half of your team's salary cap.
Yeah, but I guess the other way to look at it is you might as well go all in. If you're not going to win anything with the team you have right now, might as well go get a superstar.
Yeah, and I get that, and I guess maybe with the Watson situation, it's a very specific situation where this guy could be, suspended for the whole year or arrested or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, the NFL, like, even just because he didn't get in legal trouble doesn't mean the NFL can't suspend him.
Yeah, but if it's gonna make him money, Roger Goodell will not suspend him.
That's true.
Anyways, let's talk about the actual deal that did happen today, not just the guaranteed money and everything. But this with the Dolphins, I just don't see where this takes their team to the next level. Does that make sense? I feel like they already had fast wide receivers and weapons for Tua. I guess this is like no excuses for Tua.
He's a completely different grade above everyone else, though.
That's true. He's generally unguardable. Where he can't compare. You're right. He can't be compared to other receivers. But does this make the Dolphins a step above other teams now?
Maybe slightly, but they're still not even close to competing in the AFC right now. Unless Tua takes a step forward, which is possible, I guess. If you're getting the same Tua,
that's the thing.
Like, they have a decent.
You got to see where now there's no excuses. Tua's got his weapon from college and now one of the best weapons in the NFL. So I don't even want to hear about the offensive line. I don't care how bad it is. This has to work, or else Tua's gone.
Yeah, I mean, you're just dumping it off to Waddle and Tyreek Hill. Like,
yes,
should be good.
Yes. Yeah.
Even if you're not good, you can put on the mask of being a good quarterback just because you have eyes at receiver. It can make you look good.
And now we get to see Mahomes without his safety net that he's had for his whole career. And we get to see how special this guy really is. And I think he'll prove people wrong. I think people are going to be doubting him a little bit.
Yeah, probably. I don't, but like they don't have a wide receiver one right now.
They have Juju. That's their wide receiver one.
He's not a wide receiver one.
No, I don't think he is at
In
all.
my eyes, it's him, Hardman, and then they got like the rest of the fast guys that are like the Walmart Tyreek Hills.
Yeah,
Like
but they were never
Hardman,
good.
Pringle.
No,
Yeah.
they're and Pringle's on the Bears. Hardman's there, and what Robinson? They lost Robinson to the
Robinson.
Raiders.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so that is.
They really don't have any.
They really don't have a lot of wide receiver depth.
I mean,
I
Kelsey,
think-
of course, they still have.
They have Kelsey, and what is up? What is that noise?
My computer fan, maybe.
Probably your computer fan. Yeah, it's definitely.
Having
your computer
issues.
fan. What is up with your computer?
I don't know. Let me put it back on its pad.
Yeah, dude, it sounds like a
not
jet
used to this
is
location.
landing next to you, or like a helicopter.
I don't know what to do. Should I just sit further?
Sit further away.
You still hear it?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's fine now. Just sit further. I don't. I
From
can
a
hear,
distance.
I can hear you all the same. It just looks funny. What? Your computer is all sorts of whack. Yeah, so they have Juju, and they also signed Corey Coleman, and they have Josh Gordon as well. So that's their
I forgot
depth.
about Josh Gordon.
Not great
This will
depth.
be the true comeback story for Josh Gordon.
Now he had
He'll be the
him and
official wide
Mahomes.
receiver one of the
Yeah,
Chiefs.
exactly. So I still think the Dolphins. I mean, I would like to hope and think that they would be worse than the Patriots. But so it's like,
No.
I'm not even
Know
sure
about that.
anymore. I don't know. I don't know. I need to see them. Their team has been so like wishy-washy the past couple years, where it's like, I mean, last year they lost 7 games in a row and then won 7 games in a row. Does that make them a good team or a bad team? Like I don't. So, well, this has to be the year where they put it together. So it'd be nice to see what they do.
I mean, like, they should be able to score points, even if it was not impressive. Just with the weapons they have alone. But if they want to actually contend, then he needs to take a step forward. I think that's where it puts them. It puts them, like, on the line of being, like, a good team and a contender.
I agree. All right. The Indianapolis Colts, they got into the quarterback market and traded for Matt Ryan. They traded one of the third-round picks that they got from Washington and sent him over for Matt Ryan. So basically, they traded Carson Wentz and a third-round pick for Matt Ryan. Not bad.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, Ryan's 10 years older.
I was about to say, I kind of think it's a move sideways. I think he'll be better. He won't he won't have those nasty turnovers that Carson Wentz has, but they also have no one he's throwing to. I don't know anyone.
Yeah, I mean,
any of these
I feel like their ceiling is still the same. With the Phillip Rivers team, I think that's a
yeah. No,
fair
I feel like
comparison
they've
to
had
make.
the same quarterback the past couple years. They've just been switching out which veteran it is.
Right, yeah. And I don't, like Wentz didn't even have that many turnovers last year. His numbers were okay in terms of like touchdown to interception ratio. Ryan is going to a worse offense. I mean, this year it wouldn't have been worse, but last year, like he had Ridley and Pitts and Patterson. Now he has Jonathan Taylor and Pittman.
For Matt Ryan's sake, I guess it's an upgrade. Like, if you look at the Falcons and look at the Falcons roster, they are a travesty. So, it's an upgrade, and I know the Colts have had some bad luck. They've kind of that one Phillip Rivers season was they stole the Chargers' luck first season, and just to get out of that Falcons uniform must feel so nice for Matt Ryan.
Yeah, I bet.
He's like, all right, I'm
He's probably been
finally
wanting to
free.
get out of it since the Super Bowl.
Oh, definitely.
Like now it's finally his
He's
chance. So
finally
it
able
is
to-
good
yeah.
for him. But again, like I don't know how much higher it takes their ceiling. Like eventually they're just gonna have to draft somebody, right?
To me, this feels like the Colts just don't have a plan. They're just
Yeah.
trying, like, each year they're like, all right, we got to find a quarterback for the year. So they're finding a Band-Aid at quarterback every single year and never going to draft anyone. That, like, you're right. They should
Well,
be
they're
drafting and looking for someone to draft.
they're in this spot where they feel like their roster is good enough to win right now.
But it's
They're
not.
trying to find somebody that can help them win right now. But there's nobody that's like readily available. It's not just like an old, washed up guy.
What I don't understand,
Or Wentz, I guess.
what I don't understand is a third-round pick not worth Baker Mayfield? Baker
You're saying you'd
Mayfield,
rather have
he's at
Ryan
least
than
26.
Mayfield?
No, I'd rather have Mayfield. He's at least 26, right? He was hurt last year. We knew he was hurt.
Yeah, but like if he's not good, then there's no point in him being 26. He's not gonna have a future anyway.
Yeah, but what's the future with Matt Ryan? He's 34.
Right, so either way, if there's no real future, you might as well get the guy who's better, and I think Ryan's better.
I agree. I think Matt Ryan is better, but I don't know. It's too late now. I'm not gonna say but. I'm not gonna make an argument for something that already happened. So there's no point in that.
I don't know where Baker goes now.
I think Baker's a backup. Unless the Panthers want to do their due diligence on him, and they don't.
Yeah.
I saw today that they don't want him.
I still think the Saints. I think you said that last episode. That could be a spot for him.
They got back Jameis. Sorry, I was looking at the Vikings.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that takes him out of contention for Baker. Is the former number 1 overall pick really going to sit as a backup for a team?
Yes. I mean, like, there's not many openings right now, other than Carolina. Atlanta just got Mariota, which I like, by the way. I like Mariota.
I was going to talk about him in a second.
But what other openings did we have? That was it, right?
Yeah, because Houston looks like they're settling with Mills. Steelers got Mitch. Do we see a world where he's cut? He can't sit and be the backup in Browns, right?
No. Especially after requesting a trade.
Yeah.
And then Browns trading for Watson. Like, he's got to get moved.
If I'm the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, what's stopping me from throwing a 5th round pick over the like 18 million? I guess that would probably be what's stopping me.
Yeah, well, and you just drafted Trask.
Trask, whatever. Trask. I guess that would be the argument.
To Brady's throne.
It'd be like, if anyone's gonna be the heir to his throne in Tampa, I guess it would be Trask. Whatever. I don't know. I guess he sucked. I mean, he really was pretty bad last year. So
that year, like, derailed his whole career.
Yeah,
that's not an understatement at all.
No, I don't think it is. So you already mentioned him. Let's get to Marcus Mariota, where he will be getting a chance to finally be the starter again for the first time since Tennessee. I'm excited.
He won a playoff game.
Yeah.
Don't forget that in Kansas City.
I think
receivers.
He has nothing. Like, literally nothing.
That's a problem.
He has
Pitts.
He has Patterson, Pitts, and playoff Damian. So if he can make it to the playoffs, he at least has playoff Damian.
Yeah, he's set.
But yeah, dude, this team blows. Like their best player is Yunko Hu. This team sucks. I don't know what they're gonna do.
I don't even know what you think if you're a Falcons fan. Like, everything that could have gone wrong this offseason went wrong.
The only thing that you can say for yourself or if you're a Falcons fan is like, at least we get to see Marcus Mariota do Marcus Mariota things. Like, at least we'll have a fun season.
Sometimes.
Yeah. He'll have a fun season.
He's one of those quarterbacks who's like, he's kind of a running quarterback, but he's not even that fun. He has a couple cool plays, but he's, as far as like mobile quarterbacks go, he's fairly boring.
You think? I don't know. I haven't seen him, I guess, play in a while.
do.
I always used to thought he was electric, though, every time he was in the Raiders. So that's probably why.
Yeah, right. When he was in the Raiders for like one play.
That's
something
true.
special for him. When he's playing every play, like, nothing really special happens, I feel like.
That's how I felt about Russ the past couple years. Where he was supposed to be this running quarterback that didn't run very much. and it just wasn't. He wasn't
No.
cool.
But Russ at least like will make play and like stay alive, and he has some incredible plays. Mariota, I don't know, but I did say like I wanted him on my team last year. Like last year, if they made a trade for him and went into the season with him as their starter, I would have been okay with that.
Yeah, he would have been better than Heineke.
Yeah.
So Seattle
Fitzpatrick,
is
even.
Seattle not the place for Baker?
That's
Sorry,
okay.
I'm looking at
I
teams.
knew that there was one other spot.
It's either him or Drew Lock.
Dude, I cannot see him in Seattle. I don't know why.
Baker.
Yeah.
I
just
like.
can't
I
pick-
think
I literally can't.
at that
picture it.
point you already traded for Drew Lock,
Right.
and I guess they're similar. Like they're not. Like Baker had at least one better season than him. So.
Yeah, Baker is definitely the better option, but. I don't know if
But
it's
what
worth
you're gonna
it to,
wait?
like,
Yeah,
take another
waste.
shot.
Yeah, and waste more assets trying to get him. I think if he gets cut, maybe he goes to Seattle. But otherwise, why waste more assets to try to get Baker Mayfield
Right. Yeah.
when you're probably gonna
like,
draft Malik?
Baker's not
anyways?
taking you to the playoffs.
Yeah, and you're probably drafting Malik anyways and starting Drew Lock and tanking.
Mhm.
So.
Right.
All right. Then I guess he'll
That's
just
an
probably
interesting
get cut.
situation.
Only other big, not even big. It's kind of very mediocre signing that I saw today was Malcolm Butler to the Pats.
I did see that.
He didn't even
not
play
stoked
last
about
year. Nah, he didn't play last year.
that? He's a hero.
The only he is a hero. Of course, he's a hero. He's got to be a hero. But the only thing that could, if this leads to a Gilmore reunion, then I
How
would
do you
take
say
it.
that?
Because Jonathan Jones was tweeting out, "Oh, bring it back." They all used to play it at the same time. Or, "Oh, ride it back." So if we can get Gilmore back, I'd be down. Other than that, I don't.
I mean, when you dump a guy for a 5th-round pick, if you want to get him back,
I wonder.
that does seem like kind of a Belichick move. Is like, we can just get him in free agency next year, so let's just get rid of him now. We don't need him this season.
And it's funny because normally like
Whatever
you see that crap on Madden where it's like, oh, we'll like trade like a 3rd-round pick or for a guy, and like now it's like but in real life it's only like a 6, so it's like, haha, Panthers,
Right.
we stole your 6th.
Yeah.
We signed him back and stole your 6th-round pick.
How did they make that deal to not re-sign him though?
I don't know. It didn't make any sense
They're
when
off
they
the
did.
rails.
Like I didn't really get it when. Yeah, the Panthers. Ever since we claimed them, they really just flew off the rails.
For a little bit. Remember, like they started season 3-0. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah, and they were doing the
might
Darnold.
be onto
Darnold was
something
looking
here.
well, yeah. And then it just went badly. I guess
Tanked.
they thought he
Sorry.
would like boost their season again after they started losing, but that did not work.
No, usually that stuff doesn't work. That's what
No.
the Redskins did that with HaHa Clinton Diggs.
Oh, I remember
Didn't work
that.
at all.
Huh.
And DJ Swearinger
is,
were supposed to be the top 2 safeties in the league.
DJ. God, I'm looking at the eligible wide receivers for the extensions coming up.
Hmm.
What do you think
Terry?
Terry's gonna demand? Or AJ
lot.
or Debo Samuels? Like that projection is becoming more
Yeah.
and more true. The
No.
$538 million. What are they gonna do when he comes up and demands everything? Because it's their whole offense.
I don't know. I mean, they have to re-sign Terry. Like, they haven't had a receiver this good in years. Like, he bails them out of so many bad
It
situations.
would be such a Commanders
And he's going to
thing.
do it for Wentz.
It'd be such a Commanders moment too.
But, like, they have to know that they need to do it.
Yeah.
Unless he doesn't want to resign, which...
Nah, I
blame
feel
him.
like he would. I feel like he would though. He seems like the type of guy that would.
Yeah.
Oh,
Although, he kind of seems like the type of guy who would sneakily not want to resign, like Kawhi Leonard. All
why?
of a sudden, it's like,
Why?
yeah,
I feel
just
like
get me
nah.
out of here.
I feel like he's kind of reps the Commanders pretty well.
Yeah, he does. Kawhi Leonard at the Spurs excellently.
Yeah, but Kawhi was always like quiet and stuff. I feel like Terry's a little louder than that.
No, we'll see.
I will say
Medium, though.
I'm starting to see the plan for the Pats, and that's about it. That's all I got. It's not a great plan, but it's a plan, and it's
At least
just
it's there.
basically it's like Bill Belichick's telling everyone, hey, all the stuff that you wanted happened last year when we spent all that money.
From earlier, you said the Jets were in this.
And this year he was like, nah, I'm not doing any of it. So I'm not falling for your tricks. But he's pulling the classic Belichick, man. He's gonna get Butler. If he gets Trey Flowers again, that'll be another classic Belichick move. Trent
I
Brown.
thought Flowers already signed somewhere.
Flowers is still available.
Yeah, that was Chandler Jones.
Yeah, Logan Ryan also. I thought he was gonna come back too. That'd be hilarious. Just get all the old ones back together.
Oh.
So, as we transition into basketball, before we get into college, breaking news: Kyrie Irving is eligible to make his home debut Sunday versus the Hornets. So Kyrie Irving is back for all of.
About time.
Yeah. I'm glad it's
I mean,
over.
the fact that he was at the ACC championship, like
He was
sitting
at a
courtside
Nets game
without a mask
courtside.
on. Yeah, like it's so ridiculous.
Yeah, it's been pretty backwards for a while now. So I'm glad he's finally getting to do that. And as we're on the NBA, because we're it's March right now. We'll get to some major NBA stuff after March, but. Did you see Zion do that between the legs dunk today on his Instagram story?
Yeah.
Is he like trying
about the court? Oh.
What, like how he lands and he looks like he breaks his leg when he lands?
Yeah. No, how the court like caves in when he lands. Did you see that?
Yeah, I do.
The first time I saw it, I was like, "Oh wow, like good for Zion."
Oh yeah,
I'm
actually looking at it right now.
Twitter.
When you look at his back foot get planted, he's like destroying the wood.
Like quicksand.
he's at one of those bounce like places, Sky Zone, and he's like bouncing off the
It reminds me of is like the videos of someone slow-mo hitting a golf ball, and you can see like the golf ball like stretch out.
Yeah.
I want to see a slow-mo of the court.
Just going
like,
in and out. Did you see?
It was impressive. So I want him to be back. Like I want
to see fat Zion play so desperately. All right. Well, now that we're transitioning back into basketball, March Madness has been on a little hiatus for the past 4 days, but it's finally back tomorrow.
This is the nice little like let's catch our breath moment.
Yeah, a little break.
It is 4 days of nonstop basketball and nonstop madness. There was some madness.
There was definitely some madness. The Gonzaga. Let's talk about Gonzaga, North Carolina. Oh, not Gonzaga, North Carolina. Baylor, North Carolina, real quick. That was such a great game because it was talk about the madness. You had all sorts of madness within this game. You had the underdog blowing out the 1 seed, and then the comeback, and then it almost happened, and the North Carolina Tar Heels pulled through. What a game, Chris. What a game.
Yeah, I mean, Baylor was one of those teams where, like, after their first game, and Tennessee was the same way, where I was just like, wow, like, this team, they look like they're built to make a run.
Mm-hmm.
Then they play a team who's, like, actually respectable. No offense to Norfolk State. But it turns out not everyone that beats a 16 seed is capable of making a deep run. Carolina is like the lone exception also of a team that is really hot coming into the tournament and like actually stays hot.
North
A lot
Carolina
of those teams like Iowa and Virginia Tech that like come in off of big runs, always surprise people. People are like, oh, they're playing really well right now. They're really hot, and then they get knocked out early. Carolina is just like staying on the hot streak.
UNC has the history involved, you know? Like when you're talking about the runs like that, it's built within the program for these runs to happen when you're coming in hot. And when you have a stable program like UNC, it's I feel like when you're talking about, how Virginia Tech comes in and stuff, that is real. It feels more real when they start heating up than when another team like that heating up.
Yeah. And they're getting UCLA in the Sweet 16, which is like a real blue blood matchup.
That's going to be fun. That's really going to be a great game. Another great game, the poor Wisconsin. Felt bad.
It's not a great game.
I guess not a great game, but Another close game.
It was
another
close.
upset. Yeah.
But it was hard to watch. I think they
So
shot
what
like
happened
1
here?
of 20 from 3. That's
Ooh.
what happened. They just
Yeah,
could
2
not
of 22. 2 of 22.
shoot. Okay, they did
14
hit
for
two.
47.
For the longest time, it was just.
Oh man, this was a terrible game.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the percentages right now.
I felt like they had decent looks throughout the game too. And
Just
sometimes the shots just don't fall.
That's the thing
Iowa
about March.
State
Sometimes they
didn't
don't
look good
stall.
either on offense.
No,
So
they both
it
had.
sucks
terrible
when you have a
shooting
game like
percentage.
that.
Slugfest.
But yeah, it was a slug. I mean, it looked like we were watching one of our rec basketball games. That's how bad these teams looked offensively.
Man.
Like, come up the floor, hoist up an air ball, get the offensive rebound, get blocked, goes the other way. Team throws the ball away. And it was like, what are we watching? Are these like actually
Are
D1 programs in the tournament? It was unbelievable. But I guess congrats to Iowa State, 11 seed in the Sweet 16. That's pretty impressive.
That is pretty impressive.
Outscoring 60 points in their first 2 games.
They have been outscoring people 60 by 60 points. Their first.
No,
game?
they haven't scored 6. They scored.
Oh, they haven't scored
beat
60
LSU
points.
59-54, and they beat Wisconsin 54-49.
Defensive team, man.
Yeah,
Defensive
get them out of
teams.
the tournament. I don't want to watch them anymore.
Well, who are they playing next? They are playing.
Miami.
Oh, they could win that one too. Miami's not that good.
Yeah. Oh,
So-
I mean, they're a 10 seed too. They look good against Auburn.
That Auburn, it ended exactly as everyone thought. The guards
Mhm.
couldn't pass Jabari Smith the ball, and Jabari Smith couldn't hold together. I still think
He
he'll
looked
be
good when he had the ball in his hands.
Of course he did.
And
He's a good
defensively.
player. He just, when he doesn't get the ball every time, and these guards play like crap.
Yeah,
what happened.
that was a bad matchup for them too, because Miami is literally built in the backcourt.
Yeah, they do have some good guards. I'm looking at it right now. They have some really good guards.
Wall dunked on Jabari Smith too.
Yeah,
Pretty
I
awesome.
saw that after the Jabari Smith dunk in the previous game that they just played. That was pretty cool to see it back to back. So St. Peter's they're in the Sweet 16. They beat Murray State, and funny story is I called my grandmother 2 days ago or whatever, and she's talking about, oh, like your grandfather up in heaven must be so happy and stuff. And I'm like, oh, like what are you talking? He went to St. Peter's.
Really?
I was like, what? You didn't tell me? Like, you didn't text me this immediately? That is awesome. So now I got to ride with St. Peter's all the way.
There you go. This kind of feels like a game where they get absolutely boat raced by Purdue, though.
That's this is the falling grace. They normally, like, these guys, when UMBC did it, did they? I forget. Did they win another game?
No, they were close though.
Oh, I could have sworn.
It was close for a while, and then it got out of control at the end.
That's what happens when these teams go on runs. I'm scared for the Peacocks, but I really hope they do pull it out. It'd be cool to see them keep going. And
Yeah.
and the
I mean,
legend
they
of
kind of
Doug,
got.
it's got to keep going.
Yeah. Did you see he got the Buffalo Wild Wings?
Yeah, he got
endorsement deal?
endorsement deal.
It is awesome. Like, these guys will never forget. Like, the whole school will never forget it. It'll be like, this is the year that we made noise in the tournament. Because schools like that, it just doesn't happen. Like, this is
Yeah.
their national championship, basically. I mean, a tournament game is their national championship. To mention two.
No, this
They
is
did
more
kinda
than
get-
basketball for them.
They kind of got lucky got Murray State. I don't know anything about Murray State, but they're a mid-major, so they don't have like the athletes that Kentucky or Purdue have. So, and I feel like that Purdue just has way too many guys. It could get ugly.
It could get ugly. This is where but you got to think about it. They beat Kentucky. Like these guys are dogs. They don't really care who they're facing up against. So
Yeah, that's fair.
you can say all they want of who has guys and who doesn't have guys, but I mean, Purdue's they
Purdue
have
has
7.
Edie.
Yeah, I was about to say Edie is going to be a literal monster for them. 7-4 is going to just destroy that team.
I love Edie.
But Well, I mean, I guess do you want to get into wise picks? That's basically we just started talking about it. So my first wise pick is St. Peter's. Got to ride it. I didn't know Blood went there. Now that I do, I gotta ride the rest of the way. Now that I know, it'll probably change my luck, or change their luck at least, and I'll feel bad.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
But it had to be done. So I'm riding it.
Never go against the Blood.
Yeah, okay, yeah, exactly. Can't be going against Blood. And who doesn't want to see the 15th seed win, right? Can't be going against the people either.
I kind of like Purdue.
Oh, well, you're
for the Big Ten.
you're pretty much a Nazi, so you're pretty much a Nazi.
I mean, like, do I really want to watch this team again?
Yeah.
That's the thing about it's like I'm all for the upsets at the beginning, but when I have to watch some like poopy team play in the Final Four and Elite Eight, I'm like, all right, come on, I just want to see the Stars play.
Wow.
Get me
That was
Jaden Ivey
bitter.
versus Johnny Juzang.
That
I don't
was
want to see
bitter.
Johnny Juzang against Doug.
That's bitter.
I hope it's a close game.
You're a bitter person. You and
All right. It was like Oregon State last year. Like, I don't want to watch Oregon State, the 12 seed, and the Elite Eight.
It's the Beavers,
Just
man.
blow them out
Come
already.
on now.
I guess actually I have blood in Oregon State, so that's not true. That's not a good example.
Wow,
I'm
honestly.
trying to think of someone else that made it
No,
that far.
you went against the Blood, so you should just stop talking.
Damn. Sorry, Jeannie. I hope you're not.
Honestly. All right, who's your first pick?
All right, I just mentioned it, Giant Duzang. I like UCLA. I think the Carolina run ends now. I think UCLA is much more built for a run, and I think that game took everything out of Carolina. And where you blow a 25-point lead, go to overtime.
Yeah, I can see that.
I feel like they don't have much left in the tank.
I can see that.
Like UCLA was number 2 in the preseason poll. Well, I always worry about teams like that are lower seeded than they were expected to be. And it's like, well, they got in the tournament, have the talent because they were ranked that high. Oh, they know how to win.
Good old math. I like it.
Yes.
I'm down with that. I ride with Johnny Juzang. Johnny Juzang's a nice guy to root for, so I'm down with that. I also think that they're a good team, so I agree.
Head coach Mick Cronin kind of looks like Kevin Willard, the guy that Maryland just hired. So I'm rooting for bald white guys.
There you go. Could have had Frank if you wanted the bald white guy.
I'll pass on Frank.
All right, my next pick, which is no, that's not the Wise Bowl. The next one is the Wise Bowl, but Arkansas. I am taking Arkansas. I think the upset is imminent. It's coming. I kind of feel like it's people are kind of expecting this a little bit. So maybe I should ride with the Bulldogs. But
I don't know, because Arkansas has looked bad. It kind of feels like a game where they're like, wow, look how bad Arkansas has looked. Gonzaga's probably going to roll through them. Then when you start sleeping on them, boom. And they come out and get you.
yeah, I mean, only scoring 53 against New Mexico State is pretty bad.
Yeah.
But if they can find a way to stop Chet, the upset is possible. And it is possible to find a way to get Chet, not dominant. But I don't know. I feel like
They
it's
have a
possible.
good big man, too. I forget what his name is.
Yeah,
He
they do
loves
have a
to
good
take
big
charges.
man. Yes, they do have a good big man.
He's like, I forget, there was a stat we were watching when they played Kentucky back in the regular season, and he takes like 1 or 2 charges a game. I don't know what it is
Gotta
with
love
this
a player
guy,
who's
but
gritty.
He just loves to.
It's gritty.
Just wear one for the team. He will try it like 3 or 4 times this game, I guarantee it. Me too. I can just picture Timmy's face after taking like his 3rd charge. He's so mad.
With the angry mustache.
I hope it
going on.
happens because I like Arkansas.
I like it
They're
too.
fun.
SEC's got to win some. They got to win some games.
Yeah.
So let's get it out there. Let's go Arkansas.
See, you're rooting for your conference too.
Oh yeah.
Crap on me for.
Yeah,
for
but
Purdue.
I'm still rooting for the. I'm not rooting against a 15 seed in the Sweet 16.
It's fair.
Come on now.
It's fair.
All right, you're
All
up.
right. I'll
Do
skip
Arizona
this one.
first. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll do that. Well,
I think Houston is getting overhyped in this game.
I agree.
I think just because Arizona didn't look that good last week, I don't like Houston. I feel like is fraudulent. I know that they're big and they're strong. I don't care. Like the guy from Arizona, Benedict Mathurin. I had watched him all season. I didn't realize that he was like top 10 NBA pick. That guy's awesome.
Which one? What's his name?
Their stud player, Benedict Mathurin.
Oh, yeah, Mathurin. Okay. Yeah, Arizona is better than people think. I think people are just expecting Arizona to kind of roll over in this game, and I don't see it happening. Like, I don't know. I felt like UAB had a chance to beat Houston at the beginning when we came in. So I have no no thought that Arizona's going to lose to them.
Yeah, well, and I just like Houston last year in the tournament, they're beating all those bad teams, and then when they finally faced somebody good, they got rolled. That's what I feel like is going to happen. I thought that Illinois was a fraud too. To beat Illinois, that didn't surprise me. Arizona is a whole other ballgame.
Arizona is a whole other ballgame, and
like,
they got some good players on there.
Yeah. But like I don't know why, and I could be dead wrong, but I don't know why Houston's getting so hyped up for this game. Like the line's only 1.5. Arizona, love that.
1.5. That alone, it's a 1 and 5 seed. Like, come on now, people. 1.5.
And ESPN says Houston has a 60% chance to win.
60?
60.
All right, that's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, so like I don't know what I'm missing here.
I don't know what you're missing either, because that sounds ridiculous. I do love how it starts at 10 o'clock, though. I'm a big fan of that.
Hmm.
As a kid in college, I'm a big fan of it starting at 12 o'clock.
Yeah, right. It's as a kid in high school, I'd be like, "Oh, this is so late," and now I'm just like, "Oh, perfect."
Yeah, this is awesome. All right, so the next pick is a Wise Bowl. I have Kansas. Chris has Providence. This is the time where Providence falls. It's time. It's finally time. They've been squeaking out these wins over and over and over again. It's time.
They won by 30 last week. That was no squeaker.
All right, yeah, you're right. They lost. All right, they won. But that's Richmond.
No
Like, come on now. It's Richmond. It should have happened.
Like,
they lost to Creighton.
Disclaimer: can I just say that we're 7.5-point underdogs? So if I lose this Wise Bowl, it's not like.
All right, that's fair.
Not be too mean to me.
It's
an underdog game. I just like. Providence is the team that I'm choosing to believe in.
No, I refuse.
I feel like every time somebody. Why though? What's wrong with them? Why are you such a hater?
I think if I didn't pick the Jayhawks to win it and it didn't bracket, then this would be a different conversation. But I picked them to win in the bracket,
fair.
So that's really the true reason why.
I thought you had Baylor to win.
I did. I had Baylor in our Wise bracket, but in my fraternity bracket,
Okay.
I have.
Gotcha.
So I kind of need them.
I mean, I don't
actually. I'm dead last in that league, so I might not need it.
I have no good reason why Providence should even be on the floor with Kansas. I just want the run to continue. I think it's a dream season. I'm all about dream seasons.
But you want Purdue to win.
It's different. Providence has been good all year and like winning these close games.
So is clearly so is St. Peter's. You just you're a hater because you're. Come on now, Chris. Come on now. That's all right. That's all right. I mean, I'm not judging. I'm not judging who you're going against, but I just think the Providence fraud season needs to end. It needs to end here. That's where I'm getting at.
I think I just like Ed Cooley a lot. I don't know why. And I think it's cool when like Providence had never won the Big East. I think it's cool when teams have seasons like that.
They still didn't win the Big East. Remember, they lost to Creighton.
Yeah, but they won the regular season.
Yeah, whatever. Regular season, just regular season. Come on. And they lost to Creighton. That's why.
Providence.
They lost to Creighton.
Okay, it's one game.
Yeah.
They need a humbling loss anyway.
One game. This is one game too. This one game.
You can't win your conference tournament and then roll right into the NCAAs. You got to get beat. You got to feel that sting and say that's not going to happen again.
All right. You tell yourself that tonight when you fall asleep. and the next night.
I just don't want him to get rolled.
I think they will.
Make me sad.
I think they will get rolled. All right.
Oh.
So what?
That's a shame.
Oh, I thought something happened. Okay. So that's all we got for March, right?
Texas Tech Duke, game of the year.
Yeah. All right. I want to talk about that. Are you scared?
No. But if I was a Duke fan, I would be mortified.
Mortified?
Because Texas Tech has some guys that can D you up. It's what they do.
They're ready for. They
They're
better
going
get
to
ready for dogs.
suffocate Boncaro.
They better get ready for some dogs. That's all I gotta say.
Duke.
Yeah. Yeah, they better get ready for some dogs.
Duke's got the pretty boys that'll go top 10 in the draft.
Yeah, Texas Tech
has the
They
man
have the Red Raiders.
will clamp them.
Yeah, they have the Red Raiders that will put them in their
What's
place.
up?
So I hope that's what happens. I would pick Texas Tech for you. I would root for them for you. And I also
I didn't want to make a wise pick because I fear the
you can't
jinx.
double jinx it, right?
Yeah.
So I also will root for Villanova for you because of Michigan. So I got your
Me?
back.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I can't believe they're still in it. Beating Tennessee.
I
Was
hope Michigan
crazy.
gets stomped.
Now, I really thought Tennessee was up for. I thought they were gonna make a good run too. I guess
Me
we didn't
too.
talk about that game. That's a shame, especially for my roommate who's a Tennessee fan. He's pretty hurt from it.
Why is he a Tennessee fan if he goes to South Carolina?
He grew up like a Tennessee fan and just didn't want to go to school. I don't know. I guess he didn't go to school there. I don't know.
No sympathy. Sorry.
All right.
If you go to another school, like I can't have that much sympathy for
That's
you.
fair. That's fair. Hey, valid.
Your
valid.
old team loses.
You got a valid point. I agree. So, speaking of South Carolina and college, college corner time, they got Lamont Paris, which is the Chattanooga coach, who took Chattanooga to the NCAA tournament this year. People aren't very happy. I don't know if it's.
How does the wise guy feel?
I'm down for it. Like it's sure, whatever. He turned around that program.
Sean Miller.
He's no Sean Miller. I mean, of course I would have wanted Sean Miller, but we didn't get him. So I feel like people are like more stung that we didn't get Sean Miller than they are mad about this guy. But he's a promise. I'm just ready. I'm ready for a new leader. Like if that's what we're gonna do, I'm gonna support him. And I hate people online that are like, oh, this hire's stupid. It sucks. Because then they complain when no one shows up to the basketball games. It's like, all right, don't complain that it's a terrible hire and that it's dumb, and then also complain that no one comes to the basketball games.
Right, yeah. That's exactly how I'm feeling with Kevin Willard. I don't have a problem with Willard. I think that he is not that exciting.
You paused for a second. You froze, so you might have to restart what you were saying.
Okay.
Now I can hear you.
So
he's not that
I'm saying
exciting.
that he's not that exciting, but there are just like little things about him that are better than Turgeon. Like he's from New York. He's an East Coast guy. He's used to recruiting the Maryland area, whereas Turgeon was from Kansas and which at Texas A&M. So, and it's different. Just the personality of the East Coast versus the Midwest is so much different. So he probably won't cry when people say that he should be fired. A couple things worry me, which is his offense is like very slow paced, which was exactly why I hated Turgeon so much, because his offense was so hard to watch. And he hasn't won in the tournament, which Turgeon also could not win in the tournament. So, like, there are some parallels, but I think that he's much better suited for this job. There's people online that are like whining about it, and I'm with you. I'm like, no, just give the guy a chance.
Yeah, don't complain before he's even coached. That's what I am saying. Like, if he has a bad...
If you don't like the hire, say, okay, I don't like this. Swallow your pride, and then say, I'm going to go root for the team anyway. Because I'd rather my team win than me be right about them making a bad hire.
I would 1,000% agree. So Lamont Paris was on the Final Four. He was the recruiter for the Final Four team of Wisconsin when they made it to the Final Four. So
There you go.
I like a guy who can recruit. I like that.
Mhm.
Are you already having some players in the transfer portal? Because I got report today that one of our players is in the transfer portal already.
One of our guy already went to Howard, but he didn't play anyway. So
Well, I mean, if he
our
went to
our
Howard,
big
he
three
could be
returners should all be staying.
That's good. We
is
have
great.
Eric Stevens. I don't know if you ever heard of Eric Stevens. White guy, can shoot. He was like, what I liked about him is that he was all about like the team and stuff. And I guess he was all about Frank. So I guess he's gone now.
Kevin Willard, can you just go get someone that can shoot the basketball? That feels like not that much to ask.
That's
for.
what I'm
Can
at.
you just get
I need
someone
someone like that.
who can hit threes
Yes.
like a little bit? They
Someone
have
who
no
can whip-
shooters, and it's so painful to watch.
Who can hit threes and who can get a goddamn offensive rebound. I need an offensive rebound to save my life, and to put back anyone who could put a putback in. I'm all for it.
Yeah, I would like that too.
So
Our big
I want
men
to see.
just like don't have any fundamentals, and it drives me nuts.
Our big men.
You know, our coach was like the #1 draft pick as a big man
Really?
in the day. Danny Manning, yeah.
I
Big
didn't.
men still suck.
Our big men, they were just like they would always be like pretty tall, but they looked really short. They, like sometimes those big men that just like don't look big. That's what I feel like all of our players were. Like they were all the same type of build for the big men, and
Right.
none of it worked out. So
I mean, like, this team has talent still. Like, a rebuild should not take more than a couple years. He should be. I don't expect them to make the tournament next year. I would love for them to, obviously, and I think it's possible. But it's not like, oh, if they don't make the tournament, then it's already a failure. The year after that, then they better be making the tournament.
I agree. I think the Cox probably have a longer, especially with Stevens transferring. Even though he wasn't great, he was at least a senior presence who loved the game. But if we can get some nice, that's what he did in Chattanooga. The guy got a bunch of nice transfers, got a bunch of nice signees, and the only mission is still that kid Gigi Jackson. It's the same mission, new coach, same mission. So I'm ready to run it. And I think that's all we got. Right?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Anything missed? No, I mean, I'm pretty sure we hit everything. So thank you all for listening. Hope everyone enjoyed. And everyone,